If you can, please watch this video until the end. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be talking about the elephant in the room of the 2K community. Everybody's been weighing in on this issue, so I might as well do the same. We're going to be talking about low viewership, and many people draw different conclusions, and the main conclusion, the main conclusion that I've seen so far is people say people don't have the game, so the console, so people don't want to watch a console they don't have. And I think that's far from the case. And I'm going to be addressing my reasons why I think the views are low in today's video. But like I said, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and watch this video to the end. I know it's long, but buckle up and enjoy the ride. Begin this video by saying what gave me the idea to do this. It was plenty of reasons I wanted to do this video, but I kept holding off on it. But after a conversation with my boy Drizzy FG, I went ahead and decided this no longer needs to be an idea, and I got to put this into action. The first thing we're going to be addressing with today's video is something that I've been noticing big time this year. That every year a lot of content every year ever since 2K18, a lot of the notable content creators has been leaving or not uploading as much. But this year, I've seen guys that I thought would have never expand their content. As far as Duke, Dennis, Davis, Agent, even Aiden doesn't upload. Aiden in 2K20 has reached his peak in 2K wise. Now he's doing way more with the whole GTA RP sessions and the whole dates. He's been doing his thing. Like I said, I seen Agent talk about diversifying his content. Chris Smooth don't even upload 2K as much as he used to. Many creators, they just feel like the game doesn't have that fun factor that it once had. So I believe that's going to play a factor in the whole community aspect dying. And like I said, what I addressed it in my last discussion video is the whole logo thing. Many people lose trust. Like most of the content creators that are saying the game is great and all this great stuff about the game has logos. So therefore, we really don't know if they're saying this out of all sincerity or they're saying it because they have a logo and they want to promote the game to the best of their ability. Another thing about the diversing content, I hate to plug it, but even me, I think I'm still gonna upload here. I want to really try to grind my Dimes Reacts channel. I want y'all to hold me accountable for it. I know I hadn't uploaded there in a few months, but please hold me accountable to get on there and start grinding. But yeah, back to where was I? I feel like there's not really much transparency between the devs and the community anymore. Like people has at the time of me recording this, maybe the Fades situation has gotten patched at the time of me recording this, but even with that, it took them a whole month to they didn't speak out and say, "Oh, a patch is on the way." They don't even keep us updated with what goes on in the game. So it's like, and then the 2K community is a big community that doesn't have a community manager. So that could lead to the fall of this community as well. But the two biggest reasons I say it has nothing to do with people not having the console. It might get spicy here, but the competitive scene of 2K is gone. That's the first reason. And even on, people may say, "Oh, be entertaining," and content creation, entertainment over skill. The entertainment isn't there anymore. I will elaborate on both of my claims throughout this video, but I'm gonna start with the competitive side of things. It all starts with the fact of stage. Every year leading up to this year, you had park, pro-am, rec, and stage. And the stage community may have been smaller than the park community, but I mean they both were big, but the stage community was bigger on Twitch, and then I feel like stage used to be the most viewed thing on Twitch when it came to 2K. Another thing is people complain about the game not having a fair enough skill gap. So that's going to play a role in the competitive factor being gone, along with the stage being gone. Because you, over the years, you would hear park players say, even me, say things such as, I just get on the game to have fun. I don't want to have to sweat every game. So I would avoid stage at all costs. But I'm not going to say the stage community wasn't big. Another thing is the game lacks a skill gap. The reason I say this is because the game bought a new build system, but the old engine, the same old engine. The reason I say this, think about it. 90 plus contact drive and dunk builds used to be rare in the past with the whole archetype system. But if you had a 90 drive and dunk, you would dunk at the same frequency of these 6'7" do now. It's just you rarely saw people with that rating. But now everybody has that rating, so they bought the same engine. Even sharpshooters, if you had a 90 plus 3, you was gonna be able to shoot over people. It just was rare to see people with a 90 plus 3 because they thought it was useless. So yeah, that's my opinion there. 2K stripped away the competitive scene. Now, before I get into the whole innovation perspective, I gotta first debunk. I'm gonna really go ahead and attack this idea of people not watching the game because they don't have it. Like, this is NBA 2K14 and NBA 2K15 was arguably the 2K communities at that time was the highest the community ever been, and most of the people that was watching didn't have the game. Even 2K16, a lot of people that watched 2K16, their first 2K was 2K17 because 2K16 had looked so interesting that they pressured their parents or they built up the funds by then to have enough money to get the new console. The first thing with innovation is we got to get into the history a little bit. Back in 2K11, we saw dudes like Chris Smooth, Shakedown, iPod, amongst few QJB. He don't really upload. I mean, he still does 2K, I believe, but not as he does other things now too, like Madden and other games. On Total Boss did 2K at one point. Many of these YouTubers but 2K14 is when the 2K community really evolved into something special with the whole park community. But the park did lead to a toxic wave. Like, because you had more chance to collaborate with each other. Dudes like Nadex, who was billed off being toxic, Soluminati, and Fredo all got their start. Many people forget about how toxic Fredo was back then. He tries to promote himself as this positive guy now, but back then he was a very toxic person like the rest of them. But I still liked them. And most people did. And 2K17 probably was the last good year of the golden age of the 2K community. It felt like content creators played the game because they love it. Now you see dudes force videos, and proof of that is you see them make a video and try to stretch it out to a 10 or 8-minute mark just so they can run ads throughout the whole video. And the video itself don't really be that good because they stole an idea from somebody else. That's what I'm about to get into with the whole innovation thing. the community don't hold each other accountable for stealing ideas. Like if I steal your idea in any other community, that's not normal. But the 2K community normalize that. Another, this may be a very unpopular opinion, but the reason the community is falling, the community is dying, I play a role into this because I do these, but I'm kind of different with it. People go to YouTube nowadays for dribble moves, a jump shot, or a build. Everybody plays the game the exact same way. But before I keep going, with my build videos, I try to be, I know it's a little self-promo again, but with my build videos, I try to make good builds that most people wouldn't even think in their mind to create because they're trying to fit into a certain meta. Excuse me. And even with meta, let's get into meta. People, I've seen different videos of people saying meta isn't this is a common misconception. People think meta is created by the developers. No, meta is created by a community. Everybody who watch these tournaments and wagers, and everybody uses the exact same builds in it because the one way people say they can counter it is to make it and play the exact same way. Like I said, meta isn't developers driven, but community driven. When it comes to competitive play in 2K, nobody has their own distinct play style anymore. Everybody just copy build videos. And like I said, even with my build videos, I try my best to make builds that people wouldn't even think to make, like rare builds that are good. Take Tyceno, for example. This is why Tyceno is so great in my eyes. Tyceno is so great in my eyes because he's a shot creator who can play at a very high level with the whole fading and all of that. Even with his fades, he make fading take skill. Even Duke Dennis, I watched him back in 2K18. He was the one that really originated the playmaking stretch because back then I believe he had a 7'3" playmaking stretch. And I'm not going to say he blew up, but he made a big enough name for himself to grow. Joe Knows, 75 overall pure stretch, the Heist series. People grew off creativity. Now people wait for a new trend or a new wave and everybody else just come through and copy it. Like I say, even with designers, dudes had the exact same thumbnail style nowadays. Everybody do the same thing. Same dudes, even same face scan as one another. Same fit. The over dramatic clips and titles, that whole thing. I mean, I get it, clickbait your way because titles and thumbnails are important, but everybody's doing the exact same title, exact same thumbnail. No, that's a problem. Streamers set the exact, this is why I point out 2K11, for example. Dudes like Chris Smoove, back then the community was smaller. So if you tried to copy Chris Smoove, everybody was on your head. Stop copying, even D Coop. I don't even think D Coop realized it, but his player wore number 27. And Chris Smoove is number 27. So everybody was roasting D Coop about the fact that, oh, you made your player number 27 because you're trying to be like Chris Smoove. So, just stuff like that. The community will hold you accountable for things. And maybe D Coop, I don't believe D Coop was intentionally copying Smoove. I just think it was happened to be a coincidence that they wore the same jersey number. Who knows? But my point in saying that is back then, everybody held each other accountable for their actions. Now you can copy somebody and get away with it. And that's gonna really lead to the fall of this community. Like I said, competitive play is gone. And so entertainment is a must, but with the whole sus thing that Aiden does, I feel some type of way about it. Because I feel like most people do it because they have no personality. So being sus is their personality. That may have crushed a few people's feelings, but that's how I feel. Dime's got to keep it 100. That's how I feel about the whole sus wave. But people are acting sus to get laughs, and if that's the only way you can be entertaining, that ain't it for me. But the whole point of me saying that is to say people do things to ride a wave now. And like I said, I feel like even with 2K19, I remember the whole arguments people would make about stretch bigs versus ISO, which takes more skill. Dudes played the game different because they realized it was more than one way to win a game. And that's something that the community don't realize this year. With these 6'7s, and if you have an actual guard, you can attest to this. Your dribble moves gonna feel a lot faster than someone who's a 6'7. Their moves, after playing on a 6'7 and after playing on a guard, you'll realize these 6'7 moves that I'm doing honestly feel kind of stiff. So then you'd probably want to mix it up. But yeah, so these guards, in my opinion, are the real demigods in this game. But somebody who's riding a wave isn't gonna tell y'all that. And like I said, back to what I was saying about the whole debate thing, 2K19, I wish people would always realize that there's more than one way to be great at 2K, more than one way to win a game. But once one person plays this way, they try to force it on everybody else. If you're not a 6'7", then why are you playing the game? Like, stuff like that is what's killing this community. Like I say, proof that the creativity still reigns supreme. The My League community is still thriving. You got guys in the My League community still doing their things. Before 2K15 with the park, my career community was big. They had a 3v3 black top mode that people played. 2K also had, what was the mode? 3v3 black top. My team was just introduced. My team started to grow. And there was even a Play Now crowd back then. Like, now, you couldn't imagine someone trying to get on Play Now, because nobody does it. Imagine if the rap community or the NBA community. I was going to use rap, but since we playing 2K, imagine if everybody in the NBA community agreed on everything. That would lead to a toxic, boring environment. Because everybody agrees on everything. If everybody agreed, LeBron's the GOAT. Yap. LeBron's the GOAT. Or if one person said, yep, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Everybody just unanimous, I don't know how you say it, agree that that's how it is. Then the community will be toxic and boring like 2K. People don't watch the game, even the first week of 2K21 next gen. The views was through the roof. The whole first week. Then after that, everybody started making the 6'7s. Somebody found out about the 6'7s. Then everybody started doing it, and the views started going down from there. It just sucks that we went through all this hassle to try to get a console to not reap the rewards of it, Like I said, I see Laker fan doing his thing with the whole My League Online. Shout out to Laker fan. If Laker fan can really kick this My League thing off, that's one creative dude anyway. Like, he does tutorial videos, yeah. But his tutorial videos is different. His tutorial videos, it comes off to me more of like film study. That's what his videos, to me, that's what they come off as. A film study session. And not a boring film study session either. Like, because who doing that with 2K? I think people used to do that back in the day with Madden, but nobody's doing it was doing film studies type videos to the extent of Laker fan. But if you can really grow, we need somebody to start a My League online My League or Revive Play Now. Or maybe even All-Star Team Up. I forgot about that. Because remember last year, I believe, 2K20, Ronnie and Cash, Agent, Los Polos, and all of these different people came together and played All-Star Team Up. And y'all can't tell me that wasn't fun to see. So like, if people came together, bought into one of these other modes and played it, and it was very innovative, you the GOAT. I respect any of y'all. So shout out to Laker fan, I guess, for trying to revive the My NBA online. It's hard saying My NBA, so I'm gonna just say My League online community. He started a My League, and I think the content creators in there is really gonna try to lock in with that mode and really do something. So yeah, like I said, the community, overall, the community, I think it's over? Nah, it is falling though. Because like I said, creativity is a must in any community. We're playing video games, so we need a competitive scene as well. So we just need a renaissance or a rebirth of this community in some sort of way. And I hope this My League that Laker fan is doing can. Matter of fact, if y'all watching me, y'all probably know who he is. But if y'all don't, I will leave his link in the description if I remember to. But, or in the pinned comment, I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm gonna have to remember to do that. So yeah, please, content creators, stop riding waves and like focus on you. Start your own brand and build it from the ground up. That's my goal with FG, because every small content creator at this point is grinding for DF. I got lots of love for DF, but it's just I don't see myself riding a wave. I'd much rather create my own wave and my own brand. But yeah, it's been your boy Dimes FG. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video so we can get it out there more. If you made it to the end, comment creativity, and I'm out. Peace.